Hey guys, welcome back to Almighty Garage. Big Wrench here. Today's project, we'll be working on this free Honda engine that we got. It is a gx160. Sorry about the lighting, and it's upside down. But this engine came with the last go-kart purchase, or trade, whatever you want to call it, that we got. Came with the go-kart. It had a Bluetooth carb that we found some spacers and put on there, and we actually got this thing fired up. So in today's video, what we have, we're going to do a little surgery to this thing. It's on the chopping block, chopping floor, whatever you want to call it. So what we're going to need is a 10mm wrench, socket, or the impact, and a 12mm and a 19mm. 19mm is to get this pull starter cup off. We've got a new cup we got to put on that came with this pull start assembly. We got a new top plate, throttle, 10mm right there, and there's supposed to be one there, but it's already missing, as you can see. So we got one 10mm, and we got a couple of linkages. We're just gonna replace this one spring here. It came with the top plate and a few springs in there, I believe. And we have a set, actually two sets of gaskets and crank seals. The only thing we're gonna do is put the side cover gasket on because it is leaking a little bit. I think it was leaking like right here somewhere. It's no big deal, really, but it was like 10 bucks for two gaskets and two seals. So I figured we'll go ahead and first we'll start off. We'll drain the oil out of this thing, take the side cover off, scrape it, clean all the old gasket material off real good, wire wheel it, brake clean it up, throw the new gasket on, throw the side cover on, and then we'll pull this plate, put the new plate, new spring on, and we'll do the side. So let me get set up here and we'll get started. First thing we got to do is drain the oil. This is actually a pretty nice oil drain that I found. It's got a plug there. I found this thing in the dumpster. It's like 30-40 bucks. It's pretty nice. And you can dump it out at the top there. So let's get this engine set over there and see if we can't get this oil drained out. I believe that's a 10mm too, so let me grab that real quick. Yep, it's a 10mm drain bolt plug. Let's see what comes out of this thing. I don't see no flakes or chunks or anything. And you can open up one of these drain plugs, guys, and give it some air, and it should drain faster. Oh yeah. I don't see nothing that concerns me. Just real thin. And this thing was already dirty, so, and the way I'm doing it, I just got sitting there. If I wasn't recording, I would have held it up in the air and put my hand under it. It's hard to tell once you got sitting in the bucket like this. There we go. Coming out both. She had a decent amount of oil, I guess. These call for half a quart. Ooh, the oil stinks. Wow. Haven't smelled oil like that in a long time. Some nasty oil there, guys. So, we'll let this finish draining, and we'll be back when it's done. Pull the side cover off. Alright, guys, we've got the oil drained out of it. So, we're going to come over here, start pulling this side cover. There's either 6 or 7 bolts on the side cover. They are 12mm. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's probably our problem, guys. We're missing the side cover bolt. 6. Yep, that is our issue. It's not even the gasket. Huh, ain't that funny? Start investigating, you find out the reason. Well, we already drained the oil. I mean, it was only leaking up here, like I said, and that's why. So all I gotta do is find a bolt. I believe them are 24 or 5/16 by 24, 3/4 inch or inch. So let me pull one out, and I believe I got some over here. A little longer. That's about an inch, inch and a half. Might be a 5/16, 18. These are usually 5/16, 24. I know that's what the threads are on this. Fine pitch. So all we gotta do, pull this out, see if it screws in. If it does, we know it's a 5/16, 24. No, she ain't wanting to go that good. Probably would go. Let's see. Somebody's screaming at me right now. Tell me, you idiot, them are this size and that size. Hold on, guys, I'll bring you right back. Well, guys, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Since we investigated and found the issue was we're just missing a bolt there. The gasket's fine. It was only leaking towards the top, and it's because that bolt's gone. So we're just going to leave the side gasket alone and get a bolt, throw it in there, and call that done. D-U-N. Torqued. Now I do have a performance carburetor and header that I bought for a Predator. Performance header for a Predator. That rhymes. Yeah. Well, could throw it on this, but I could not. I think we're going to just rebuild that. And I do have the, what do you call them? Air filter spacer adapter aluminum billet plate thingy, air filter. I have to dig that out. I think it's actually in my storage. I took a bunch of parts of it that I didn't think I was going to use anytime soon. So that's what we'll do. We'll throw that on there, get a filter for it. Let's go ahead and take this 10mm bolt out here, replace this top plate, and hopefully send us a spring for that. If not, I'll take the spring off that new Predator because the governor's getting deleted anyway. And there's our go-kart project that's done. This one wheel is holding me up. Tire, I cannot get it broke off the bead to save my life. I've tried everything. Did not work. Shops around here only do car tires, so I'm going to get the wheel of death out and cut it off. That thing really came out sweet. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that cart. Can't wait to take it for a ride. Back onto the project. 10mm and get that out. $10mm. Whole plate lift off of there. And that spring hooks in right there, guys. If you was ever wondering. Spring from the governor arm. Not the one that goes to the carburetor. This one here. Goes under that little plate thing right there. The reason we're changing this top plate out, guys, is because as you can see, it's missing both the hold downs. And that spot there, as you can see, this one where it screws in, there's a little insert. That one there is supposed to too, but it's gone. So I had a cable tie down, just not the one, the actual, that's a casing goes there, and then the actual cable goes through there. I'll show you in a minute what I'm talking about. So here's the new cheapie. I just went to Amazon, typed in Predator throttle cable linkage top plate, and this thing popped up. Well, it came with extra governor arm, don't need. It did come with a little pack of all 3 springs and the actual governor linkage arm. Pretty cool. Well, I got to looking at this thing, guys, and let's just compare them here. This is the Honda OEM. Even the Predators are different than this plate here. And I'm sure if you guys work on this stuff, you've already seen the difference. Look real close. So, right here, see it's got that little barrel welded on with the Phillips going through it. Normally, that is supposed to be this right here. Little clamp style that the casing goes through. And it goes over here. Cable goes through that, and you tighten it down, and it pulls it. We'll have to loosen this 10mm right here, guys. When you buy new engines or get these, you got to loosen that to be able to move the arm where it can return. But yeah, once I noticed that, I don't really like that. Ain't much I can do about it. But we'll get this started on real quick. The new spring. And I'll have to get a bolt for that too, I guess. One of the bolts we're missing. Hopefully everything lines up here. Actually, let's do the spring first. I'll bring you right back. Alright, let's go ahead and get this spring off of here. And if you want to bypass the governor, take a zip tie and just put it through that spring and zip tie it, and it'll help. If you don't feel like taking the engine apart and taking the governor all the way out, you can bypass it by doing that. That's not the reason we're changing that spring. It was already stretched out anyway, so we got the top plate on there. I'm going to tighten it down real quick. I'll have to find another one for that. Well, actually, I'll just take out that Predator engine real quick. We'll throw that on there. Got my spring on. See how these springs are kind of loose? Never seen that on a Predator before. Never had that problem. Why? I'm probably going to re-drill this hole on a Predator arm. I wonder if this arm came with them. Different holes. Yeah, even this aftermarket arm came with different holes in it. So holes on that one. Need one's farther up for that spring to work properly. Let me figure that out real quick. We could just throw this arm on, but what I'm going to do is just drill a different hole in this one real quick, and we'll move it up to a different hole where it's not trying to, it's just sitting there. It's not even in a hole right now because that's how long it is. I'm going to drill a hole about right here for it so it stays in there. And I'll bring you back when I get that done. Look at our DeWalt bits here. I think we're going to go with either a 5/64 or a 3/32. Yeah, I think that one would be good. And what you can do is take it and drop it down in the hole, and that's perfect. Alrighty guys, got my new hole drilled, as you can see right there. and it's perfect, same size as them. And see if we can get her down in there. Might be hard one-handed. Yeah, I have to put you down and get it set all the way down in there. Alrighty guys, so to be honest with you, when I drilled that hole, the way this arm is, you can see this little tab here that has the arms on it is kicked up. So what I had to do is take just a tad bit off that bottom of that spring, so when it went through, it didn't hit the bottom of this cover. But it's on there good now. It's good and tight. It's not trying to come out. Everything functions and works. This idle screw will probably end up taking out or backing all the way off. That adjusts your idle, how far this can come over before it hits it. It's a little idle stop speed adjuster. So top plate's done. We'll put another bolt in there. Get the new spring on. Looking good. Let's pull this side cup off, get the new one on, and get the pull starter assembly on. Remember I said that's a 19mm nut. I'm hoping the impact is strong enough. Hoping the battery's charged enough to pull it off. We'll see. Alright guys. Who thinks this is strong enough to pull this nut off? We're getting ready to see. Oh yeah. Underestimated old craftsman, didn't I? So I'm gonna explain to you. Wow, that thing is solid and heavy duty. I should have put that pull cover on there and try to see if that cup will work with it. I don't think it will though, because we take the cup that came with it. That thing is super, super thin, lightweight, flimsy. Wow. Look at the difference on them cups. Man, this thing is, that weighs a pound at least. That thing is solid. Listen to this one. Flimsy. But look at the spacing. That's probably every inch. There's only 4 on this. They're spaced out pretty good. So I don't think this cheap pulley would work with the original. So there we go, the cheap Chinese flimsy stuff. Put it back on. Set it in there. Always want to start your bolts and nuts by hand. Get it going first. That way it eliminates any cross threading. See how far we can take it down by hand. Now, I'm probably going to set the camera down to tighten this up because I got to hold this still. If not, it's just going to rotate the engine over. I'll bring you back. Alrighty, she is on there. There's the new one. Let's see, do we want to put it back? Yeah. Well, I'm hoping these even line up. Ain't looking too good, is it? A couple of them are lining up. There's only 3 spots on this that you can drill, or that you can screw down. They said this was for a gx160, and I think they're lying. Let me take a closer look and see if we can get this thing bolted in or not. Alright guys, I got the pull starter on there, but here's the deal. This thing is literally, not exaggerating, made out of 10 pop can, soda cans. That thing is super cheap, super junk, super flexible, and didn't line up, and I'm sure it's not going to work. So I will be sending that back probably with the cup. I don't know why I even ordered that one, because I've ordered actually this one right here off of there, and it kind of looks the same. It probably does you guys on camera, but I'm telling you, you can feel the difference, hear the difference in these. I ain't had no issues out of this one. Wasn't as thin as this one is. I mean, here, listen to it. It's just junk. Let's see how it does. Let me see. I'm gonna put my foot down. It's getting hung up a little bit. Yeah, see? Yeah, that's not going to work. You can't have that. I'm trying to put this on a go-kart or sell it or whatever we're doing with this thing. We can't have it doing that. Well, guys, that's awesome. It's great. We got the top plate accomplished this whole video. Awesome. Love Chinese junk. So, that'll be coming off there, getting sent back. I'll find the adapter plate. I'm glad we got that done. I do have an extra gas can off a Predator. Probably paint it red, throw it on here. And actually the little adapter plate air filter thing I got is red also, so it'll look good on here. Send that back and go to my Amazon history, order that one. But yeah, so free Honda gx160. Maybe, I think that top plate was $8. Filter set, or gasket set I meant, it's $10. Didn't end up using it. We'll get a bolt, it's a couple dollars. Full starter, I think the other one's like 15. I think this was 10 or 12. I mean, very cheap build. Very hard to run, runs good. I just want this engine to be ready so we can slap it on something. Will not be selling this engine. Well, unless it goes on a project that we sell. But, yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I really appreciate it. I know I haven't put any content out in a while, but you guys have seen the update. That tire's holding us up. That cart's done. And if you guys like this video and enjoyed it, please give me a like, thumbs up, give me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about it. And let's try to get these subscribers up. Let's do another giveaway, guys. How about that? Thanks for watching. Almighty Garage, Big Wrench. Have a wonderful night. Thank you.